Now we'll jump to Red Rocks, guys. You're, one of your power spots. This is from 1978 here. You likened it to the pyramids. You became synonymous with that place. You were the first to really discover the power of it on an ongoing basis. Bill's in the audience. I remember the 1978 show. Mr. Walton was on crutches after winning his first championship, right, Bill? Mickey, you've always been well spoken about the 1979 shows. There were 3 shows. The second and third were moved to McNichols. No, we've talked about this. The weather. You haven't forgotten the weather of that.
Oh, that's right. I remember. The wind and the rain was coming straight at us. And we came down that gully, and the wind and the rain, and this my symbols I could see. And these guys were in the front line, and I couldn't believe they actually kept singing. And the stage was soaked, and we never had rain come straight at us. Down, yes, but never straight. That's what I remember about that.
So we slipped out of there and on into McNichols, unfortunately, because that place is much nicer, but the rain sort of dampened things.
I found it really exciting, actually. Yeah, that's good, Bob. That's good. Dampen things, get it?
Bill, what say you?
Oh, it was cold. I didn't like moving to McNichols at all. That was a letdown there. It was too bad, you know. That's the way it goes. You want to play music, you can do it no matter where you are. It's just some are better than others.
Can you readdress the Red Rocks being a power spot? You were starting in on that.
Yeah, I will. It's overwhelmingly powerful. When I first played there, I couldn't breathe. I thought that 7,000 foot altitude was going to kill me. I'm so non-acclimated here. I'm such a sea level baby. And lo and behold, you overcome that. And sometimes when you have a test like that, you play better. You have to work through your struggles, right? And good old Colorado will provide struggles if you want it. So that was one of the things about it. It was overwhelmingly high. It was a magic place.
Yeah. Very good.
I don't think we've ever played badly there, actually.
Not quite sure.
It was such a beautiful place that you kind of had to play good. You know, it was one of those kind of places, you know.
There have been some interesting moments through the years. We've got a shot of 1985 when you
that
guys...
was the night we played bad.
Oh.
Don't show that.
This is the 3 of you playing the Star Spangled Banner on toy instruments to open up the set.
You're right about that.
What were the circumstances, Bill?
We were given a bunch of free instruments, but they shrunk.
Literally, I got the rest of the mouth, but yeah, oh well.
They promised it'd sound good at altitude. They were wrong.
Yeah, well, all the versions of the banner that have been done since. Again, you guys ahead of the curve with reinventing it there. Maybe a tough question, guys. This was the period when your fan base had exploded, post Touch of Grey, and the fan base started to include some people who were more part of the scene than there for the music, if you will. And the town of Morrison felt that. What was the feeling within the band at that time about what was going on?
Well, one of the things was we would see these people on all of the rocks up there, you know, just hanging from these rocks, and we thought, you know, this is really dangerous. And so we couldn't really defend it. In those days, we were defending places, so, you know, we wouldn't get when people would get overrun, and so it was really a matter of containment and keeping the people safe from falling off the rocks and just overwhelming the venue.
That business about the people there for the party and stuff like that, that never felt real good. But there was nothing we could do about it. And but fortunately, at least with this band, that doesn't seem to be happening.
Oh, you outlived that part. Are you kidding? Just a little growth pains is what we call them. There we are. That's a gig without a roof. Do you recognize the place now? Gosh, you guys played when there wasn't any of the structures that the city's done.
Right, there it was.
Last dozen here. Pretty great.
We could have used that roof that they have there. on some of those nights, because we got rained on a lot.
Yes, it is a part of the, part of
Tell
the
you, it was hard for me to play with this altitude thing that I have. That I passed out at the gig. I started to see stars, but I have a very alert drum check, and he saw me starting to fall backwards, right? Just losing it, and he patched me up real fast and tapped out and handed me some oxygen and got back on it. But when you really get into it and you start seeing stars, you're already over.
There are a lot of difficulties at that altitude. If you're a singer or a horn player, you need air to sing or play a horn. You know, it's not. I have great oxygen uptake. I grew up in high altitude, and it took third in my conference in the mile at Colorado Springs, which is higher than here. But so no problem there. But you're singing the solo, you need air to sing. You take a big breath up there, and you're getting literally about a third as much air in your lungs as you do at sea level, and you're singing a line, you run out. And trying to hit those high notes is a lot like work. Yeah, so I win every time I see.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of things about altitude. Now, the reason we played well there is that you had to let go. You had to go with the flow, or else you would be you'd be really small. So we just let ourselves go, and like Bill said, we started seeing stories and everything. You know, and it was like that. It was very high.
Was that unprecedented? Had you played at altitude anywhere in the world?
Oh, sure, but this place was really the highest I think we played, so to speak.
We get it.
In one way or another. Yeah.
We get it. Anything, this was promoted by Bill Graham, and he had a residence in Telluride, and the town was scared to death before you guys showed up. It went off well, but you know, doing a production in a box canyon is pretty daunting. I don't know if that impacted you as players at all, or if you just came in and dealt with the altitude.
We just came in and dealt with the altitude. We had fun playing. I'm not sure Jerry had a whole hell of a lot of fun up there, actually. Come think of it, I never saw him smiling on stage. I think he was aiding it.
Very good.
This isn't so bad. There's sort of a. This is fun for most of us. You get up to Red Rocks, and that's where, you know, right around 7,000 feet, the air, the atmosphere gets logarithmically less dense, thinner as you go up. So, you know, the difference between here and Red Rocks is really, if you're trying to sing, it's a lot. And the difference between Red Rocks and that place. They have a jazz festival up at that place, and the guys play their horns. They go up there, fall over, you know. You can't play a horn up there. If you make your living playing a horn, you can't work up there.
The difference in altitude is this. Lower altitudes, I can smoke green grass, roll joints, right? My lungs won't tolerate here. So what I do is, it's vapor up here, nothing. I vape up here. It's a very good way to do it. I can handle that much better. Lower altitude, at sea level, I can handle rolling joints, but not up here. I won't tolerate it. And it's really sad because they're just not very much around. It's really hard to find them.
I never inhaled, so he smoked for me.